That's not what this session was about.
Right.
But I did get acknowledgement from Municipal Affairs that they are here to provide education and guidance on how to, what the roles and responsibilities are of council and employees, but they will not solve the problem for this municipal government.
Well,
They will not remove me for no petition.
Was there any mention of Municipal Affairs stepping in and actually removing council?
That wasn't discussed.
That wasn't discussed. It
No.
will be.
That wasn't discussed.
There were
Yes,
members.
I hear you.
There were members of the community here, Brenda, who also voiced their support. Some gentlemen dropped by, and they. One gentleman said to me, "We need our town back."
We need our town back. Yes, exactly. And that's from the Municipal Affairs side. There was an educator there. The Deputy Minister is there. Our MHA is there. And from the municipal side, they're saying we're here to guide you back to taking control again. They're educating the municipal council. That's what
Educated.
And educating. From the municipal side, they haven't set any direction.
So they haven't acknowledged that the inmates are running to the asylum.
No, there was no reference to that.
Off we go.
There was no reference to that.
Is our illustrious mayor going to come out and make a statement?
There's only one way out of that building, to the front door.
They're gonna have to face
Brenda,
us.
are you feeling support inside the building?
From council as a
Dominic?
whole, not exactly. I have support inside the building. I know where it is.
Yes, absolutely.
Councillor Dominic.
Unfortunately, if it comes to a majority vote, I'm quite confident I got that there.
Majority vote?
If it comes to a majority vote, but having said that, there's nothing in the act that says municipal council can remove one of its councillors unless there's a conflict. And in the act, conflict is defined as monetary gain. And this is not about money, is it?
No.
No, it's not about money.
They dismissed me over money, but that's fine.
Yeah, over money.
In an open public meeting where I wasn't allowed to speak.
Is that what I thought that was persecution, personally.
Oh, that was.
Absolutely.
That was, yeah.
But it's not. It has to do with budget, and it's not affected with my opinion on any of this, right?
No.
Okay.
Well, that's where it stands. And nice to see you here,
There's,
Councillor Roach. It's good. This is support I like.
Yes. And there's over 1,000 people that have
And
signed
all
the
this-
online petition.
2,000, more than 2,000 now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Since like late last night?
Yeah.
The protest in support of
Oh
you.
my goodness.
Spreading it around.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, not everyone could
That's
make it,
awesome.
but there's so many people.
And there actually was, a dozen or more
Yeah.
here that had to go for various reasons.
Oh, it's so cute.
Anyway, there's an empty seat at council. It's been vacated.
Oh.
So, yeah, there was a resignation
Really?
last week, and it was announced in a public meeting.
Yes.
So, anybody wants to make a change that's out there?
Our
Time to
former
step up.
employees let it run.
Yeah, there are some stipulations on where you live and for how long, but I think that's just a short criteria to meet. I think the 31 days. The election has to be called within 31 days, and you have up to 90 to fill seats. So
They haven't come up with an illegal way just to appoint somebody within, such as our mayor. Our mayor wasn't voted in. I'm just saying.
yeah, I hear you. I hear you. So, guys, any question about tomorrow? What's happening tomorrow? I'm hearing rumors.
Like removing the petition that's going around, or if they're allowed to have it
Municipal.
in places like Taekwondo studios and stuff?
Freedom of speech. They can do whatever they want.
They can. Municipal council hasn't even went down that avenue. They didn't even address it, really. I brought it forth that there was a petition. There wasn't much comment on it. There
Can't do anything with it.
No.
I mean,
They can't do anything with it. At the end of the day, no matter how many names are on that petition, if it comes back to the town hall, what you're going to do there is provide pressure, maybe. I think there's pressure being provided in an opposite direction right now.
Absolutely.
So,
And it's growing.
yeah. It's
So,
growing.
Councillor, the meeting's been over. You're outside now for a good 10 minutes.
Yes.
Where's the rest of...
The presentation has ended. The conversation afterwards, the meeting after the meeting is still going on in there. And some councillors may be asking questions of clarification.
Some may be hiding.
Well, I don't know. As I said, it's one way out, front door. So, well, there's other ways out. I mean, means of egress, but not normally.
We should also bring up the fact that despite it was a small group out here, and the building, the municipal center is huge with a ballroom here that,
Yes.
surpasses the Delta.
Yes.
That nobody came and offered this group to come inside.
Well, they have been aware that you've been out here for 2 hours. They were made aware a couple hours ago. Yes. So, just to let you know that your presence was made known in there. So.
Yeah.
It's so great to see y'all.
Yeah.
Not a joke.
Yeah.
Brenda,
We're very grateful for what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, you're standing up for the rest of us too. Don't forget that.
It's got it. Yes, I had messages last night from the two ladies who exposed their issues on Fifth Estate. Yes, I did. Personal messages.
That's incredible, yeah.
And they said that this is amazing. It's gone globally now. There's messages coming in from Australia, the UK, Tokyo, Japan. It's, yeah, there is. And she, one of the two that were on Fifth Estate said that they came forward, but they only got so far. The Fifth Estate was awesome with their show, but the extra coverage didn't carry through, and they felt it's the aftermath that's hurt them now. It's the aftermath. They felt it went dead in the water, but not because it wasn't a significant issue, not because the CBC didn't do a good job. That's not it. It's like people want to stop. They want to bury it. When it fizzles out, they want to bury it. And maybe there's some opinion that we're not here in strong force, as in volume of numbers today, hundreds of thousands or whatever their idea is of support. Maybe they're looking at it, well, this is a non-issue, and they may be thinking, this is soon going to fizzle out and die down. But there was just acknowledgement from Municipal Affairs, and there's been acknowledgement from Fire and Emergency Services Commissioner that this is not going to go away.
Councillor? Municipal Affairs was here and providing some instruction, a little education on these matters.
Yes.
Did they happen to clarify the definition for council in there, the definition of sexual harassment?
I asked that question.
Okay.
In the education
Did they specifically inform the mayor of what it is?
What we were informed of as a municipality, we are charged with the responsibility of putting policies and procedures in place, and we are to adhere to those policies and procedures
And that there are
collectively as
such
a council.
procedures that if an incident does occur, they have procedure to follow in accordance with
Exactly.
the act.
So I posed the question then to our town manager, because I'm curious. I've yet to see, since October when I bought this forth, I've yet to see a policy on sexual harassment or harassment. So I asked the question, do we have one? And it is antiquated, it's outdated.
1967,
It reflects the 90s when women were told to bury their heads and be ashamed if you were made to sit in a room and watch a porn film.
Did the mayor specifically ask you again why didn't you leave if you were so,
He didn't ask me that
No, he
today,
didn't
no.
ask, okay.
but I did question the full interaction between. I know what you're talking about. It happened in a public meeting. I was basically put on trial. I asked a question as to what you do when you get your minutes 2 weeks later and there's no reflection of that interaction, and you ask for that to be put back into the minutes. And
well, as of the meeting on Tuesday night, the 19th, you brought that up again.
Yes.
And the town manager, Tony Ryan, quickly referred to the handbook and stated a case that he didn't have to restore the minutes, which you quickly advised him that that's a interpretation, it's a handbook, it's not the act, and that you as a councillor have the right to have the minutes restored verbatim.
Yes.
And has he done that yet?
I asked that question today as well, Steve. Thank you very much. I did ask a question to Municipal Affairs regarding the councillor's handbook as opposed to or in conjunction with the Municipalities Act. The councillor's handbook is a very
unofficial guide.
It's how will I put it? The handbook is a guide. It's a very good guide. It's an extremely well rehearsed,
it's municipal
written
act. It's municipal
guide.
act for dummies.
The municipal, the Municipalities Act is the Bible.
Yes, and the other one is
the
essentially
councillor's handbook
dummies.
is a guide to help councillors make decisions when they can't really interpret the act effectively and use it to their advantage to run an efficient, managed municipality. They can use the councillor's handbook is a wonderful tool, but the Municipalities Act is the Bible. That's the law.
And so insubordination would be if he did refuse to restore the minutes as you're requesting, that would be insubordination?
I did not ask that question. I guess council has to put some policies in its place regarding that issue as well, and in conjunction with the act itself.
Brenda, tell the story about the girl, the 17-year-old girl, the message you got from her.
One of the very first messages I got after this Tuesday night, this public meeting Tuesday night, Wednesday, contacted first by the family and then the girl herself, who, she was saying to me that her dream was to be an RCMP officer. She wanted, and she was afraid. I'm not sure if the public is quite aware of what's going on with the, and I'm not going to get into that. So she was in fear. She wanted it. She was afraid to step up. She's just getting out of high school. She's wondering, what am I going to do now? I can't follow my dream. And then this happens. And she said because of me, she was filling out her application.
Good.
Very
and
cool.
that's not just me. I don't want to say this is me because that's not me. That's us.
Yeah.
It's all of us. It's everybody.
When's the next rally?
I'm not organized. I didn't organize this one. It was organized through
Spat.
I wouldn't pronounce it. Organized through SPAT, which is
I'm part of SPAT.
I'm part of
I'm part of Smash.
and it stands for
Smash Patriarchy in Action Team.
good. The next rally, this particular one was organized conjunctly with Nova Scotia and SPAT from our capital city, St. John's. Am I correct?
Yeah.
So,
We're
word of tomorrow.
we were thinking about tomorrow because there's supposed to be one here tomorrow, but we really want to do it well. We want to get labor involved. We want to say that this happens not just with you. It's a provincial problem. We've been talking to the St. John Status of Women's Council. I was talking to Jerry Rogers today. We might just do it later in the week. We want to do a good job and get good support. So we are looking at it. But we're still in the planning phase. This kind of just happened last night, so we were like, okay, we need to just go and do this, and then we'll think about that. But yeah, we want to do something in solidarity with you.
Yeah, I understand that QP QP demonstrated yesterday in Conception Bay South regarding harassment issues with their municipal workers. So we're already seeing some response with other people stepping forward.
Yeah, so you want to work with them.
I'm interested in knowing, one thing keeps bothering me, that when the final admission to that video being played, there was also an admission that it wasn't the first time. It's been played in other training sessions, undercover. So if there's anybody else out there who needs to come forward, I encourage them to do so, because if you don't, it will eat away at your life. So.
Talking about that, Brenda, you know, you have been vilified here in the community, and it takes a lot of strength to stand up to that.
Yes. Yeah.
And as a resident, I just want to say that I really admire the fact that you haven't walked away.
No.
Because it's really hard to stand up. While I've been having discussions with our neighbors about what's been going on, I've been noticing that your intentions and your character are being questioned. But there is absolutely no question that what happened was not right. What happened was wrong.
So
that cannot be questioned. And however the discussions surrounding it are being qualified, we still have to go back to standing up and saying that is wrong. The core issue is that is wrong.
Yes, it's not me. It's not about me. It's not about. It's about the core issue. Yes, it is. Thank you so much. Yes. Just a little response to that. My fellow firefighters across Canada, they didn't teach me how to quit in Fire 2 certified. They didn't teach that. That's the only thing they didn't teach us. So they don't teach firefighters how to quit. And if I could have one wish, that I wish that you, all you guys, you're all firefighters in my mind. Don't ever quit.
Hear, hear.
Woo!
Tell Tony I'm going to send him my sexual harassment policy too, right? Just I might get along the curve, help him out a little bit. It's only 25 pages long. I'm sure you might need more
What's
than
your
that,
name?
right? Liam McKenna. I'm brewmaster from Yellow Belly.
Oh,
St.
okay,
John's, right?
okay.
We had an incident a few years back, which, you know, required someone to step forward and say, this is wrong.
Yes.
We need policy on this.
Yeah.
And once policy's out there, now everyone understands their obligations, expectations, what happens when expectations aren't met. There's a vehicle for making complaints. There's a, you know, arbitration. There's all this stuff outlined in the policy. How can you run a municipality without a sexual harassment policy? How can that be?
So far, and I agree with you totally, and so far now we've identified that because of, I'm going to go to my situation right here only, when I wanted to reach out, where did I reach? And I couldn't find any standard operating procedures in our fire department. I couldn't find the required administrative policies and procedures. All I kept getting told was, you have to follow the code, you have to respect us. So I did. I broke the chain of command because I wasn't getting anywhere, and that's what the chain of command is for. I've worked with the chain of command for 22, 23 years. I know what it is.
It's almost an act of civil disobedience, what you
Chain of command is dysfunctional without effective leadership.
Breaking the chain of command can be a wonderful thing. It makes progress.
Necessary thing.
So I went to my municipal government and I looked for the same thing. Where's the policies? Where's the procedures? Since early October, I haven't been handed a sexual harassment policy or an harassment policy. Not once. Nobody passed it to me. So now, after 5 weeks of private meetings, 5 weeks, keeping the sensitivity issues in the chambers, I decided that I'm never going to get anywhere. I still didn't have a policy in my hand. So November 16th, then I went public. Now our higher level of government is offering support with education. And now it's gone back to the municipal government, and they have to take ownership of the municipality. They have to take responsibility for their departments, all their departments. The fire department are considered employees under the Municipalities Act. They're considered employees. They get workers' compensation benefits paid through fire emergency services for their work. There has to be a sexual harassment policy in place. It's required for employees.
In every single organization, Canada is required.
Yes, it's required. So thank you so much for bringing up that point.
I will.
Yep.
I'm going to send it to Tony with